That was a huge crit from Varus. That was insane. I did not see that coming. That was pretty crazy. Varus is critting for 1,009. Oh my gosh, this Varus is doing so much damage. So, oh, Shen is gonna go down from Varus. Only doing a few hundred to Riven, who is their tankiest person. But he might get a pentakill here. Does that? Oh no, because yeah, scumbag Taric taking the double kill. Yeah, so they are going to win this game. That's going to be GG for the purple team. Oh, and they got the double explosion from the surrender and the kill. That's always fun to see. It's always a pleasure. I'm so glad they never took that quote-unquote bug out of the game. So, that was a good game. If you guys have any comments or questions, please let me know. Thanks. The Baron buff. Oh man, that was so funny. That was just too good. That was probably worth this whole game. Wow, Taric got another kill. Taric too strong. Go support Taric. Oh, that was great. All right, so they were able to clean up pretty much their entire base. They have 0 inhibitors. They only have those 2 Nexus towers. Yeah. Okay, so that did almost half of Ash's health. Ash is not a happy camper, if there was ever a happy camper. The only happy campers are the ones that are leaving the camping site, as far as I remember. Who wants to go shit in the woods? I don't know. But I digress. This is not a conversation that we're having right now. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. This is Varus. I just want to see Varus kill 3 people by himself. I think that would be hilarious. Oh, Riven actually has some armor. Yeah, I forgot about that. So Riven's gonna be able to survive. Whoa! That's missed. Looks like Talon's going in there. If they can get the Talon ult. No, they weren't able to. So I was gonna say, if they didn't get the Talon ghost from Mordekaiser's ult, they could have been able to clean up pretty heavily, since Talon is so much items right now. So looks like they're still chasing down Sejuani. Taric looks like he might just be fighting Riven one-on-one. Not sure how well that's gonna work, but it looks like it's doing okay. So, wow, okay, so that Shatter is doing some pretty good damage against this Riven. This Riven's doing no damage. Oh my gosh, this is just scary. Yeah, this is not looking good. You know it's bad when their support champion is soloing your #1 carry on the team and the tank. It's like a never-ending battle. Taric has to run out of mana sometime. Oh my gosh, exhausted. I'm watching this fight. I don't really care about this fight. Is just too entertaining. Wow, Taric got it with the ult. 3 to 5. So 2 or 3 people to 5, and it's just not a good look. But you look at the gold difference; it's 22k. So it's gonna be almost impossible for them to come back. And he's just gonna be able to get out of here because he's Teemo, and now he has Baron buff. Oh, it's possible. Shen, go Shen. I don't think that's gonna do anything anyway. Yeah, he still died right before the Shen even got his ult off. Shen's ult takes too long to channel. It just takes too long. But yeah, you never know what can happen. I just don't think coming back from 25k gold is doable. It's like I said, the highest I've ever seen I think was 15 and a half. But 25, that's insane. They're almost double their gold at this point. I don't know why they haven't ended it yet, or the other team hasn't surrendered. I don't think there's anything that they can do about this at this point. They're gonna have to pick up a few people. Picking up this team would be great, but the Ashro missing, the Rand doing something intertwined there, like Talon was Xin Zhao's teacher or something crazy like that, which would be weird, but you never know. Could be just that he was practicing on killing Talon with 3 hits, but in reality Xin Zhao gets destroyed by Talon. We'll see. Looks like it's possible. Okay, both teams are pinging Baron, so I think it's kind of general consensus that Baron is the next thing to go. Wow, okay. So Sejuani just went balls deep against all 3 of them with no backup. Ash Arrow comes out. Xin Zhao might get that 3 talent strike. Mordecai's gonna come in. Yeah, they were about to get that last Talon strike in there. Talon's coming in. Talon got ulted. I was surprised. Yeah, well, actually, ulting a... Yeah, I don't know if I would have ulted the Talon, but that was a really good pickup by the Varus. Varus is going to be able to get a slow off and possibly some damage. Yeah, okay, so that was a... There's just nothing they can do. There's nothing the Blue King team can do. No matter how they position themselves, they can pick somebody off, but they're still losing fights. So tanky. You can't really do much to Riven. Riven's really fast. She just has so much mobility. And Shen, not as tanky as I thought he would be. But, oh, that was a great ult. Finally hit the ult again. But yeah, they are not going to be able to pick this up, even though Riven is incredibly tanky. That Talon is just insanely fed with that Maul Malmortius to the Trinity Force and the last Whisper. So as much armor as you have, it's not really going to do much. Yeah, I think Varus is... Oh, Varus might go down, actually. Yeah, Varus went down. So they did get a Varus pet. This is going to be incredibly strong. They're going to be able to push back a little bit, but then again, Mordekaiser is super, super low. So it may not be as good as they thought. I think Terrace is going to turn on stun here. Yeah. He's able to get that third hit on the 3... is it 3 Talon Strike? I thought that's what it was called. Yeah, it is 3 Talon Strike. I don't know, I thought that sounded weird because it's actually a champion called Talon. I could be crazy, but I'm not really sure about the lore. I wonder if there's... It's been 27 minutes. They weren't able to really pick up anything with their 5 Smite team, which is really depressing. I really wanted to see them do a lot of counter jungling, a lot of Smite stealing, because they could have just walked into Baron while the purple team was... The entire purple team was doing Baron. They could have all just flashed over the wall and taken Baron, no problem. Just instant smite for 2,500 true damage. It would have been insane. Just insane damage. It would have been funny. I don't know if they would have been able to do anything after that because they wouldn't have any flashes or they'd all be down one summoner spell, but it would still be hilarious. Wow, I thought Teemo was going to kite him into the shroom, but it looks like Xin Zhao just kited himself into the shroom. Maybe it was some mind games on Teemo's part, possibly. So that was a really good pickup by the Talon. Talon's like, no, it's my kill. So Talon is able to pick up that kill and possibly get blue buff here. Oh, Teemo's being so dirty. Teemo's just not gonna let her go. She just has this thing to do. So Talon just goes in there and rips them apart. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it looks like they're going to back off because that's just too scary for them to go in there right now. After Xin Zhao has pretty much no health. Shen's going to try to side push a little bit like Teemo was because he does have that ult. He is able to come... Oh, Varus might be coming off the back. This is not going to be good. Okay, so there is... Oh yeah, this isn't going to be good. Okay, so Riven did ult and was able to pick up, possibly stun. Can she get the kill? Oh no, she was exhausted. Now she's ulted by Shen. Shen's gonna come in and get some taunt off. Oh wow, that Varus just ripped apart that Xin Zhao. The Varus just ripped apart Mordekaiser too. Varus is going crazy. Picked up the Shen. Oh, just barely missed the Q. He is gonna go for this Ashe. Ashe just stunned. Varus was able to pick up that kill though, so... that was awesome. I think this is probably going to be GG here pretty soon with one of them. So it looks like after 2 minutes the gold hasn't moved, which is good, although I missed that kill. Were they chasing him the whole time? Yeah, so it looks like they were chasing Shen that whole time. So yeah, it's really rough. But I mean, it's been a couple minutes and their gold lead hasn't really increased, which is good and bad. I mean, they're still 13k gold behind, but usually once you hit a certain mark, you literally start to snowball. It gets worse and worse and worse. But looks like they're almost able to stabilize it. And that Ashe arrow did come out, but oh wow, that's awesome. Okay, Mordekaiser was able to pick up that kill. I'm not sure if Teemo had a killing spree though. It doesn't look like he did. But it was still a great pickup on their part, giving Ashe the assist as well. So, not sure how this 5 Smite is working out for them though. They've only gotten one dragon. They were able to pick up Baron when they were about 7k gold behind, but it's still not the safest. Xin Zhao's just going down. That mushroom basically secured his death. So Riven looks like she might be going for this kill, but as you can tell, Riven's not really doing much damage at all to this team. Shen's able to teleport in. Ashe barely missed her arrow again. Oh, those Ashes are so close. That was a great Sejuani ult though. She was able to get all three of them in there, and then Teemo teleports top, and Teemo's just going on a rampage now. He's out for blood. Look at this. Okay, so it's just permanently slowed. Did a little bit of damage from Mordekaiser, but that's not going to be enough. Mordekaiser basically did all his damage and was only able to do half of the health of Teemo. So Teemo looks like he's getting pretty fat. Oh, looks like Varus might be good. Okay, so Riven was able to shut down Varus again. That's really great. Oh, but Riven got shut down from her killing spree now too. So yeah, that probably wasn't the best trade, but definitely getting rid of a Varus killing spree is good because it gives the team a lot more gold than it would if Varus killed. You don't understand how major that is until you actually play in a game like this, but it's quite significant as far as how much gold is actually down. Ashe was able to pick up that Talon. That's actually pretty surprising. I want to rewind that and see what I can find. Okay, so Talon was already pretty low. She was able to... Oh, that was interesting. It sounded like he popped his W or rake and it just didn't go off, is what it seemed like. Yeah, it sounded like he was about to start rake or Noxian Diplomacy, but he just realized he didn't have mana. I'm not sure. Seems like it's the second time that Talon's done that, so I'm not sure if it's just him forgetting he's playing Talon. He doesn't really have much mana regen. Looks like they're gonna go for the Teemo. They're gonna run into so many shrooms here. Oh, wow! Teemo's so tanky. Look at that! I can't believe he's surviving all of this. That was insane. That ult seemed like it did nothing to him. That Xin Zhao. Oh yeah. Oh, crest sweep. Yeah. Okay. So, just being able to kill a wave and doing that, it's insane. And he's so fast, so it's really hard to kill him. He was able to get that second snare off on Ashe, which was pretty interesting since Ashe had plenty of time to back off. But it was a good permafrost. They were able to still pick up the Sejuani, but it was still really great stun on their part. And it looks like they're just going to try. That Sejuani Ghost is too strong. Yeah, Sejuani Ghost was able to pick up the Taric kill, although the Taric was just kind of hanging out over there by himself. Does Mord have... Oh, interesting. Sejuani. No, Sejuani Ghost, don't go. We need you. All right, so this is 9 kills to 22. It's 13k gold behind at 23 minutes. It's pretty rough, but you know, we have seen people in the past come back from a 15,000 gold deficit and that type of strategy, because not many people do that. Looks like Talon just come down here farming like crazy. They do still have Baron buff though. This is still really scary because all 5 of them have Baron buff. They were able to wait for Ashe to respawn before they did take Baron buff, and Ashe got instantly nuked by Varus' piercing arrow, and it looks like Mordekaiser's going to do the same thing. So it doesn't look like Baron buff actually helped them as much as we would have liked. So even with they do have a 10k deficit with that Baron buff, it's not going to help them too much. We might see permafrost come out. I don't think it'd be worth it, but you never know. Oh wow. Okay, so that Talon is doing ridiculous damage right now. It's just ripping people apart. That Hex Drinker and Trinity Force combo is really good. So they are going to be able to take down this tower, bottom tower. Teemo's still continuing to push in that lane, and they have to stop Teemo because Teemo pushes lanes crazy fast. He can basically, once he hits 16, he could just throw down a shroom and it kills a wave. So I'm not sure how well this is going to turn out. It looks like Sejuani's going in there. But yeah, okay, so Varus is going to throw his ult. Permafrost might be coming out, but it doesn't look like... No, they're just going to take massive damage from the Baron. One smite's down, and it looks like Varus is still... Okay, so they were able to pick up Baron. That's awesome. Teemo was able to take a tower, which is good, but Teemo might also get picked off here. Luckily, he has a whole lane of shrooms going, so if they go after it, they're just gonna run into shroom after shroom after shroom after shroom. So Teemo's playing really smart by pushing his lane like this. So if the minions come in here, they're just gonna be completely slowed, which innately keeps their lane pushed, because minions are going to lose health just by simply running over here. They're just going to lose health and be slowed. So the purple's minions are going to be able to move up faster, while the blue minions are slower and they're also at lower health. So even if Teemo leaves this lane, his lane's still going to stay pretty farly pushed up, which is awesome. I think that was a really, really, really good job of Teemo to be able to do that, or be able to think. I think they might just be doing some split pushing action, which is going to be a good idea, but Varus all by himself over here. Okay, so he is backing off, which is definitely a smart move, because he doesn't know how many of them there are, since none of them are revealed on the map currently. So that was a great call on Varus. I know a lot of times people get a little bit too cocky, especially once you're 6-1 and 5 with most CS in the game. You have 7.6k when the best person on their team, or the highest amount of gold on their team, has 4.8. So he has almost 3,000 gold more than everybody else. It's 2 BF swords. So that's it's pretty significant. Talon was able to go in there and blow up. Oh wow, okay. So yeah, Tarek blew up, and so did Talon after that, but they weren't able to get the Ashe. Like I said, the Ashe is 0 and 7, so she's not really providing with them any gold. I don't think it was worth a double kill. So that was probably a bad decision. They are going to go for Baron here, which is actually really terrifying, because they have that ghost, and they also still have those 4 smites. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit off, especially Teemo. He's so little. Look how cute he is. So little, and he's so fast. He's just able to sidestep and do whatever he needs to do to get away from those Ashe arrows. Crystallized Arrow of Doom. But it's not really of doom if you miss everyone, I suppose. I really like Varus's attack animation, because you can tell when he crits when his bow gets all crazy big. That actually sounded kind of gay, but his bow gets really big. It's really cool. But alright, so they are going to go for Dragon. Varus is going to pretty much easily be able to take this at this point. So they're not really going to have too many problems. Tarek is just going to sit there with his Shatter Up. I was like, doesn't even look like he's attacking, but the Dragon does do an attack speed debuff, and Tarek already has pretty slow attack speed, so that's why it was so slow. I was thinking they were going to come up for a gank from behind with the Tarek stun and Talon and Xin but or not Xin and Varus, but Varus went bottom just to kind of push it. Looks like Permafrost. Yeah, Permafrost. There we go. Yeah, she was able to follow up that Permafrost, which was awesome. So right when they got unstunned, they were completely slowed. They were able to pick up that Ashe, and they are going to be able to pick up this mid tower as well. So Xin Zhao is going up against Teemo. I'm not sure how good this duel will turn out. Their whole team. Okay, their whole team is going to take blue. Xin Zhao knows that they're going to go somewhere in their jungle. So Xin Zhao might be going in. Okay, so Xin Zhao is just going to die instantly for the most part. Yeah, so I'm not sure if that was a really good idea to face check that bush on Xin Zhao's part. He probably had to wait for that Shen to do a taunt after that, but it's really hard to do a lot of that type of coordination in solo queue, so you never know. Oh, this could be a kill on the Teemo if Ashe can get a nice arrow. No, okay, Ashe just barely missed the arrow again, so the Ashe has just been right on the verge of getting those arrows every time. Farm as much as most Rivens do at this point, so I'm actually kind of surprised that Mordekaiser's only died once. He seems like he's the only one doing okay on his team, but wow, he was able to get significant damage. That I believe it's the Mace of Spades. Yeah, the Mace of Spades just does insane single target damage. If he's all by himself and there's no creeps around, no enemies, he just smashes it once, bam, it does all the damage to that one target. So it's really good burst, and it's really deceptive, because in laning phase, you're always around minions, or almost always around minions. So when he does it, it transfers to other minions, which provides less damage. But then when you're all by yourself, like if you engage down here in River and you're all by yourself, he's able to get quite a bit of damage off. So it looks like Varus is just going to sit back and kind of throw a piercing arrow or two. That was great. The blue team was able to take that middle tower, which is really good. Wow, that was a great ult by Sejuani, and she was able to follow up with the Permafrost, or Permasleep, giving him blue buff and giving him even more utility, more power in his lane, or not necessarily in lane anymore, but just more power in the game would be a significant upgrade to the team. So you take whoever's stronger and make them even stronger. But then again, Sejuani has been making a lot of really big plays, saving herself. She's 2 kills, 0 assists. So she is actually picking up kills, and she's able to throw out some utility to save herself and save other people and help pick up the kills. So I think it's really good that she's doing that. Teemo is going down, possibly. No, Teemo is able to get away. Shrooms are OP. Shrooms just slowing down the Xin Zhao, and they don't know where he's going from here. And like I said, Teemo's just going to keep running over his Shrooms to kite them. So that was a good stun by Raven, but I don't think they're really going to get on this Talon yet, because Talon's going to be able to flash through the wall. So Varus is a little bit too tanky still. Or not tanky, but healthy. He's too healthy and too fast for them to be able to do anything about that. Riven isn't quite strong enough since she hasn't gotten... Definitely adds to why Teemo is so strong, because he's able to find out who's coming, slow them down if they do hit a Shroom. But Teemo doesn't have any CC though, so he can't stop that ult. Shen is able to go in and get this Taric, but Shen might be going down at this point, because yeah, he does have the boots of mobility and the Hexdrinker, so there's not much they're going to be able to do about it. Ash is just going for some creep kills. Not sure Sejuani has her ult up, and it doesn't look like she does, but she's going to be able to do quite a bit of slow, especially with that rake on. That was a good Hexdrinker proc. That definitely helped a little bit. I don't think Talon would have died there anyway, but it was still a really great proc on that. He's getting really close to dying from minions though. It's always embarrassing when that happens. The Varus piercing arrow just goes through everything. It's scary. It's like Sejuani's going for another blue buff, so looks like she isn't giving this one to Varus either, which I still think is possibly a mistake. Varus is 6-1, so they might just be going for the slows. Teemo was able to take that kill or take the tower and able to get away with the Shrooms. So yeah, good Shroom placement is definitely the difference between a good Teemo and a bad Teemo, because a lot of people think that Teemo's Shrooms are mainly just made for warding in bushes, so when people go in they just take some damage, but that's not necessarily true. Oh, it looks like Sejuani might be dying. Yeah, oh, that was a great ult by Sejuani. Is going to get the heal from the Taric, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay, so she's going to be fine. That was a really good ult. But back to what I was saying, a lot of people use Teemo Shrooms just for harassment in bushes, but a lot of times they're good just to put them on like the side of a bush, places where people don't normally go, just to use them as basically a little mini ward. Of course, you still need it for kiting purposes, so it's good to have them in the path, in the middle of the lanes, and things of that nature, but having that utility of just being able to put down a ward anywhere you want is very, very useful for the team. Not even just Teemo's protection in top lane, but I was going to die, but I thought it was going to be really close, so that was a really good pickup. Xin Zhao was able to get the pop-up, get on some harass, but Ashe doesn't have her ult arrow, so that is going to be a kill. They are going... Wow, that was a great burst from Taric. Taric has a really good burst. It's a good slow if he can put off a nice Q. Oh, I didn't even need to do a piercing arrow. Just the auto attack. He says, I don't need mana to pick up this double kill. So yeah, looks like it's still going back to the farming ward. It's 4 kills to 11, and they are... the purple team is about 4k gold ahead. So it's looking pretty good. I'm not sure. Okay, so they are pinging for Dragon now that Dragon's back up. They do know that they are not taking it yet. They do know that bottom just recently died, and they're probably coming back with some items. And since they aren't quite at full health, it might be a little bit dangerous to do this, since it's still only 11 minutes. It's it's going to be a little bit risky to do this. Talon has boots of mobility, which is quite interesting. They might be going for really, really fast because Teemo also rushed a Zeal. It's also interesting. Yeah, that was an insane amount of burst on Tarek's ult and Shatter. So that's definitely what helped in the killing, because they were able to reduce his armor and just burst him down really, really easily. So that was very, very good. They just kind of eliminated Ashe from the fight, made sure she didn't do anything, and then they just went straight from the Xin Zhao since he was right on top of them. There's no real reason for them not to go for him. So looks like Ashe shooting arrow up top. I don't think it's going to hit anybody. Go Ashe. Go Ashe arrow. Wong. So that was a goal! Although it didn't really go in between anything. But we can pretend it's a goal anyway. So Shen's just going to be here, farming at his tower, smiting the minions, doing what they do best. Dragon's actually going to be coming up here in about 30 seconds, so it might be something that they want to do. Oh wow, Teemo looks like he was going for the kill, but Teemo is fast enough to where he is able to get out of there. Shen might... Oh, nice pickup by Shen. That Vorpal Blade just barely hit Teemo. Oh man, I thought Teemo was going to live with 2 or 3 health max there. I didn't think Teemo... Also, Shen is able... to ult across the map. He almost ran into that shroom, which would have not been good. Teemo's really great against bruisers, because once they go in for a creep kill, all he has to do is blind them, and then they don't really get anything out of it. So, looks like Tarek might just be baiting out a, yeah, I don't know, might just be baiting out the gank, letting him get him lower. Because Talon really wants to kill this Mordekaiser. He really doesn't like this Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's just kind of doing as much as he can to keep his shield up. Riven's coming in for the gank, but it doesn't look like Mordekaiser was aware. Oh, and Shen came in with the dash too, so that was a great taunt. Oh, that was a fantastic ult by Sejuani, and they might actually get this kill. Oh no, they didn't actually get the kill. Oh, get out of there! That was a fantastic ult pickup too. I can't believe they got that kill and got out of there. That was insane. Okay, they did pick up that, so I'm going to go back, just see what happened bottom. Okay, so it looks like Varus was hunting down that Ashe a little bit. Oh, that was a good ult too. I'm surprised they actually didn't kill Varus from it. Oh, okay, so yeah. Tarek, so they did get the pop-up, but is Riven going to get that stun off? Yeah, okay, so the Xin Zhao was able to pick up that one too. Like I said, Xin Zhao has pretty high burst. Even though he only has 2 CS, each kill is going to help him get in the late game. And that was actually a really good move, but it was really, really dangerous because Mordekaiser gets a lot of health from his ultimate. So that bleed came really close to killing him. Luckily, he did have his ult up, and he was able to catch that. Looks like Sejuani's going for the blue. She's not going to give it to anybody. I was thinking that they might give it to the Varus, because Varus uses a lot of mana, especially once he's fed. He can just sit there and spam his spells and just does so much damage. So that was like quite a big chunk for an AD carry, just one little spell, and it's on an incredibly short cooldown, so it makes sense. It makes sense, but Sejuani is also a very, very powerful jungle, so it's possible that she might just be going for that. Ashe saw that Tarek, so she wanted to GTFO of there. Looks like Shen might be starting to go top. Shen is level 6 now. Through one of the walls, but doesn't look like that was going to happen, so Mordekaiser is going to get away from this. Sejuani is going to take a tower shot, and so is Tarek. Looks like Tarek might actually just roam at this point, because Varus is getting so strong already. Varus already has 2 kills and 3 assists and 41 creep kills. So, compared to the Ashe, who has 11 creep kills and 2 deaths. Yeah, so this is a very dangerous game. Varus is actually already at level 6 when Ashe is at 3. So, this is not going to be good. Xin Zhao's coming around from the back. Xin Zhao's level 4, but that ult is just going to be able to... Ult's going to be able to do quite a bit. So, I think he's going to ult right now to try to get away from the Xin Zhao. It does look like he has enough mana. So, that was actually a really, really good trade. So, they gave Varus that, that killing spree, and then he just simply ran away. They were able to shut down the killing spree, and that's all that really matters. So being able to shut down a killing spree gives you a lot of bonus gold, surprisingly, especially after Ashe's already died twice. She's worth less gold, and now they might actually pick up this. They are going to save that last smite for the pickup kill. So Riven is very close to dead. Riven is going to go down here from the Ignite and the Varus's Piercing Arrow. Zinjao might actually go down from Sejuani. No, he was able to flash through. Ashe, I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like Ashe is going to go down because Ashe used her flash trying to get away at that fight earlier down at bottom. So it was a great dragon pickup at 5 minutes, but I don't think it was worth the the 3 kills. I think 2 or 3 kills that they got. So definitely not good. It's not starting out too good. I think they were going for a good strategy. You know, it's always great to see new pickups, new strategies, new things you can do. Okay, Varus did go down from Zinchao again, so it's gonna be one of those games, I think. Oh, they might actually be hopping onto Shen here. If Taric, no, yeah, Taric doesn't have his flash, so he's not gonna be able to do anything. That was a good taunt. Might have tried to save it from getting a 3 real fight. They weren't able to get Dragon. Talon's also gonna pick up this kill. Oh, he didn't rake. Oh, he didn't have the mana to rake. That was rough on Talon's part. He used his W instead, or his Q, his Noxian Diplomacy, instead of his rake. So that was, yeah, I think a rake would have been a better choice there, but you know, hindsight's 20/20, or whatever the perfect eyesight is nowadays. So Joanna's getting really low. I've seen her be at this this camp quite a few times. I'm not sure why she keeps going to it, but I guess the rest of her jungle's clear, and it's really dangerous to go everywhere else. So it's like Teemo's just kind of hanging out up here. He's gonna get really scary if he gets smashed by one of those taunts. It'll be really bad. So it looks like Ashe and Zinjao are just gonna take some of Riven's jungle. And they might go invade. I'm assuming they might. Oh no, okay, so they are gonna go for the dragon finally, but Taric is well aware that they are going for this jungle. So looks like they do have 3 out of their 4 smites up here. So this is good, but Talon's gonna come in and too much. Oh, it looks like we have some action going up top. Oh, is he gonna get the Teemo? He might get that Teemo. He flashed for it, and no, he's actually going to almost die from it. That was a great escape by Teemo. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! That was insane. If he would have hit them with just the tip of that taunt, that would have been really bad news for him. So there's pinging going on Ashe, or on Varus from Ashe. Okay, so yeah, they did get stunned. That is very interesting. I'm not sure what they tried to do there, but whatever works. Oh, that's depressing. So we're gonna reverse it just a little bit. Jump back 15 seconds. We're gonna see. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Shen got hit by another tower because he's getting greedy, and then he just got auto attacked by Teemo. So yeah, that sucks. Sucks for Shen, but when you get really greedy like that, sometimes when people are so low, I mean, Teemo just, his hidden passive, that global taunt, just makes everybody just wanna kill the Teemo. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he almost got executed, and it looks like they did get Zinchao down here, and it looks like they might actually get Ashe too. Yeah, so they're gonna get Ashe. Not sure if this is a. All right, maybe we'll take red, or maybe we'll take Big Golem. I don't know yet. Looks like they're actually going to take red. I wonder who they're going to give it to. I'm assuming they'd give it to Ashe, but you never know. So, yeah, it looks... Okay, so they did give it to Ashe, and they are going to do quite a bit. Yeah, that was... Oh no, the blue reset. Okay, so it didn't reset all the way, but it looks like Riven is going to take quite a bit of damage here. Sejuani is a pretty slow jungler, so luckily she got an okay pool on that. Talon seeing Ashe here shows that she took their red. So they know they're pretty much free to farm down here for a little bit. Still don't know who the support's going to be. I don't know if they're just going to rip apart the jungle. They might, I think, at about, what is that, how long? 70-second cooldown. So it's very possible they might just go for that really early dragon. So Taric just went up to ward, and Ashe and Zinjao are back. I wasn't expecting that auto attack to go on that first minion. I was actually expecting Ashe to just do a volley crit on the Varus. But then again, they have a Taric there, so it's not going to be a sustain in lane. So it looks like chat might be blowing up. I don't know why they're talking so much, but so they are. So yeah, there looks like Shen is going to go top. I'm not exactly sure who their support is going to be for Ashe. I can't really think. Maybe Xinjiao? I mean, he has a slow and a pop-up after 3 auto attacks. But I'm not exactly sure if that would fit into the skill set. I really like Shen, actually, as a support. Just from the taunt, the fact that you can just throw a Vorpal Blade on a Canyon minion, and Ash can heal off that Vorpal Blade. It makes it really, really, really nice. So, for junglers, it looks like we have Xinjiao, so he's definitely not going to... Whoa, 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 hey, whoa, I missed something. Okay, so they have 5 smites. They might be going for a level 1 dragon, or they're just going to invade the hell out of their jungle. They're just going to double smite their head and kill it in 2 shots. This is interesting. I haven't seen this either. Okay, so he took the big wraith. He can get 4 of them in an ult, and then Varus just follows up with his ult and gets a couple more. It's gonna be dirty. I mean, they have they have a couple ranged carries because they have the Teemo and then they have the Varus, and they're just gonna be pumping out damage. And then Szechuan is just gonna be able to slow all of them. Taric has the Shatter to reduce their armor, so that Teemo and Teemo, Talon, and Varus can all just deal massive damage. So we're gonna see how this plays out. See what we can do here. See what everybody buys. This is always, to me, it's the most interesting part because I like to see how many people don't get Boots 3 potions or the Fairy Charm and 2 wards and a pink. Doran Shield. Very interesting. Ah, Doran's Blade. Okay. Doran's Blade is always really good when you don't have a healing support. Very firm believer in you need that life steal off all your auto attacks in order to... Alright, Strider casting here, back with another casting daily. It's going to be another relatively high ELO game. I guess I probably don't need to pause it since I got it right in the beginning of the game. But even still, the teams that we have an Ashe, we have Shen, Riven, Xinjiao, and Mordekaiser. This is going to be a very interesting team because I haven't seen a Xinjiao in quite some time. I know he does some pretty nice damage, but they are primarily all melee, including Mordekaiser, their AP carry. So it will be very interesting. I'm not sure if these 3, being Shen, Riven, Xinjiao, are going to go primarily just bruiser type, but I'm also not sure how effective they are going to be at protecting this Ashe. I know they have quite the tank line to get through in order to be able to do that. Let's take a look at the other team. We have Sejuani. There we go. That's the word. She's going to be a great initiator. She basically has a short range Ashe ult with a little bit more effectiveness. We have a Taric, which has a pretty nice stun. Have a Talon, I believe. Yes, it is a Talon. So I have a Talon and a Teemo. I haven't seen a Teemo in a while either. And then we have a Varus, of course. So this combo right here, Sejuani and Varus, is going to be very deadly to the other team because that is so much of just CC, they can't move, and with them having 4 melee fighters, if Sejuani